right, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 31. And they come unto thee as a people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. With that, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom Barakatham. The title of this lesson is going to be When the Music Stops. All right. When the music stops. All right. And I just read the precept in Ezekiel. All right. That came to mind as I was just meditating on that topic. And you can liken this whole thing really to a game of musical chairs. All right. If you're familiar with the game of musical chairs, all right. Basically, you have a bunch of chairs in a room or in an area, okay, but there's not enough chairs for every person, and whoever gets a seat when the music stops basically stays in the game. All right, and that's basically how this truth is going to be, all right, when everything shuts down, okay, because the scriptures liken this truth unto a lovely song, man. All right, you have the book of Psalms, which basically are songs. All right, you have Deuteronomy 32, which is a song of Moses. All right, so songs are a part of our history and a part of prophecy, okay, because this wisdom is not like regular noise. This wisdom and the truth is compared to music versus what just regular sounds are. Sounds are harmonic, man. All right, and all of the jakes that have been walking by the camp that really have not been taking this thing serious. They like the music, all right, but they're not focused. All right, so what's gonna happen is the music is gonna stop, man, and when that day happens, it's gonna be quick, it's gonna be sudden. All right, and if you think that you're in control of your reaction time and when you're gonna be able to get out and do what you got to do, you're not. All right, so when the music stops, that's when the panic is gonna set in. Okay, now we warn you, you know, day in and day out, week in and week out, you know, in season and out of season of what's coming. All right, but we can't make you do what you're supposed to do. You know, all we can do is tell you. And you read the whole chapter of Ezekiel 33, it speaks about the blood on the hands of the men that are preaching versus the men versus on the hands of the men that are listening. Okay, and if you have been told, then the blood is off of the man who's preaching's hand, and your own blood is upon you, man. Meaning you have to own everything that's coming with this thing, you know. And it sounds like a broken record. We get it, you know, but it's supposed to, man. Okay, we're not here to entertain people. All right, we're here to basically ensure that the elect hears the word. All right, and by the elect just hearing the word, whether it be a video or them walking by the camp or, you know, whatever it is, whatever it may be, when they hear the word, they're going to respond to it. Okay, so if you find yourself hearing and listening to the word, but you're not dancing to it, there's no reaction, it doesn't make you want to groove, you know, so to speak, I mean, you got to examine yourself, man. That's a scary thing, because the Lord just may not have the spirit on you to be of that number of the elect. All right, because the men of the Lord that the Lord is going to preserve, those men are not only going to respond to it, but they're gonna pick it up and run with it. The scriptures say, "Make it plain upon tables, so he that readeth may run." All right, and we make it plain up on table. We tell you who you are. You're an Israelite. All right. We tell you who the devil is. We tell you the major prophecies that's getting ready to happen. All right. And that's all scriptural, you know. So if you're not responsive to it, then you got to examine yourself, man. You know, either do what you're supposed to do, pray and fast, do what you're supposed to do, or just stop watching the videos, man. Just stop thinking about it. You might as well just go back in the world, you know, and be a nigga until the end comes. All right. And when that day comes, we're not going to be talking to individuals that coming in this panicked spirit. Oh, what's going on? We're going to be calm in that day, man. We're not going to feel any obligation, all right, to deal and sup with you, man. All right. You read Matthew the 25th chapter about the 10 virgins. All right, it speaks about the 10, the other 5, the 5 that were wise, the 5 that were foolish. Well, the 5 that were foolish, what did they do? They tried to come back to the 5 that were wise and ask them for some oil, man. But it was too late. All right. The Lord came at midnight. All right, and you got caught lacking, as Jake say, in the world. All right, you got caught lacking. Okay, and that's why the scriptures say, "Make no tarrying and turn to the Lord, but not off the Lord day to day." You know, there's plenty of precepts. All right, about taking action, man. Real men are about action. All right, and this is a thing that I struggled with a lot of my life, but eventually the Lord, He convicted my spirit to the point, man, where I just felt like I was gonna die if I didn't go do what I was supposed to do, man. I knew that I was supposed to do more, you know, and that burden weighed on me until I took action, man. And it was the Lord that did that, and it's the Lord that preserved me to stay in. Okay, we're not of this thing of our own, so you know that's why humility is an important thing. All right, and thinking that you're gonna have time, that you're gonna be able to react and respond and come out and start doing some work, it is not humble at all. That's pride. Pride is at the center of that, thinking that you have enough, that you have free will at all, really, to be able to come out and do what you're supposed to do, and think the Most High has to deal with you. The Lord doesn't, man. All right, the Lord said He can raise up stones if He needs to. All right, but we already know that it's written that a certain select group of men are going to do what they're supposed to do, man. You know, but that's basically all I wanted to speak on that matter, man, is have a sense of urgency about yourself, man. If you're outside listening, you're reading, you're learning, that's great, that's good, but examine yourself. What more can you do, you know? Because the Lord is not dealing with a man that's hedging his bets. All right. You got to be all in, bet it all on Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashem Raham Dash. Shalom.